This is the story of a process. It is still ongoing. The actors are found in Nigeria's Jigawa state, where government officials, technical experts, women farmers, bakers, and investors are thinking about practical ways of how to open up opportunities for long-lasting growth in a region under increasing climate stress. Jigawa state has serious growth challenges. On one hand, the desert across the Sahel region is advancing by 5 to 6 kilometers per year. On the other hand, Jigawa State's population density is rising. More and more people are living on shrinking fields of fertile land. 80% of the population derive their income from farming and animal husbandry.
The overall socio-economic well-being of the people is what is of paramount importance to us. So that means we want the people to have some sustainable means of livelihoods for them to be able to live a healthy life. In terms of whatever, and this is if you take infant mortality rate, life expectancy, the literacy level, unemployment rate, and so on and so forth. We want to see all those indices to be the best for the people of our state. That is what we're working towards, and we want to do that in a manner which is sustainable. In fact, that's why we're happy that we have your foundation working with Jigawa State, the green, the CDF.
Africa Rising. Nigeria embraces this narrative, and the country has seen itself as a leading power for this rise since many decades. Poverty has been increasing at the same time. Nigeria's National Development Vision calls for the country to join the G20 by the year 2020. The vision provides a comprehensive development picture, and it lists practical targets and provides budget breakdowns for these. According to the vision, Nigeria would have had 13,000 megawatt of electricity in 2013. But in reality, 170 million Nigerians shared only 4,000 megawatt of power in that year. In comparison, German citizens access 42 times more energy.
Vision 2020, if you look at it, is a mixed bag of offers or technicalities for all. You have coal, you have gas and oil, you have nuclear. So which one is it that you're doing? And it's by planning, trying to do away with the old way of corrupt ways, which the present oligarchy and the businessmen will not support. It doesn't favor them. And on the poor side, does not offer the variety and the needs of, doesn't address the real needs of the people. Where's the political buy-in? From the top, from the bottom, nothing. So it's still remaining the average house.
Abin da ake so a ci da mutane gaba, ina so idan an samu abinci, kaman wanda ya nakasa, ba shi da ƙarfi a taimaka mishi. Kuma idan mun yi noman nan, idan taki bai isa ba, ƙudidi iya kashe mana amfani, baya kirki. Sai taki ya isa tukunna. In ba taki, ba ka da taki, ba ka da amfanin kirki. Muna buƙata gwamnati ta taimaka mana da taki.
A study commissioned by HBS in 2013 looked at Jigawa State's annual budget and proposed a handful of practical ideas where the monies could have been invested in a greener way. Solar-powered irrigation pumps, organic fertilizer factories, industrial bakery ovens with reduced firewood consumption. With 750 million naira initial capital investment, Jigawa State can build 5 organic fertilizer plants, which cost less than the typical annual budget for the purchase of chemical fertilizer. These plants can create more than 1,300 direct and indirect jobs. The bag of organic fertilizer would cost less than half the price of the currently sold chemical fertilizer. Manufactured locally, it would be more accessible, especially to women farmers.
Right now, through your initiative, we are talking to the Ministry of Commerce, our Chamber of Commerce. They are starting to identify possible investors, prospective investors, discuss with them, and see where can government comes in terms of maybe providing land, and other incentives. But in terms of the core investment, that we expect to come from the private sector. But government, of course, government will come in terms of providing an enabling environment. We see that it makes it easy for any prospective investor that can establish an organic fertilizer company anywhere in the state.
The idea of introducing organic fertilizer in Jigawa State is something to do with agriculture, of course. And we're an agrarian society, so it will be a welcome development. First, it will create employment. Two, the organic fertilizer is capable of enriching the soil. We are trying to see how the environment can be protected. So we feel if there is widespread use of organic fertilizer in the state, it will be able to address some of the harsh conditions. So we feel really it's a welcome development, and we should look at it well. We should, encourage it. So we are now on a course. We have developed a committee, and we have charted out some plans. Some people have been given assignments to find some data. Some are given assignment to identify some potential investors, and then some were asked to talk to some of the investors already who have indicated interest. We gave him the idea. Having him around would attract other private sector, businessmen.
Between investors' confidence, poverty, and increasing desert dunes, stakeholders in Jigawa State are defining their own version of Africa Rising.
Just because desertification is so important to the state, now we can have quite a number of traction for our green solution project. One, the governor, it is a pro-poor, and also now he's in the second term, so we'll need to move to the national relevance. So national and international relevance is very important to him. And for the people in the bottom, it solves one of their fundamental problems: desertification, loss of their farm, loss of productivity, loss of income. So it's a good appeal. A good example would be the organic fertilizer, which is a manifestation of what we're talking about, the traction that we get. Why? Because presently there exists a chemical fertilizer racket from the federal up to the state, up to the local government level, where billions of nairas are given as subsidy, and then also very few gets to the people. We are not saying the all others should go completely, because that won't be realistic. The organic fertilizer will create jobs, economic opportunities for the poor man and the state, and then there will be a lot of economic activities. As people are more economically empowered, they can begin to ask for more space, create more space within that period. And we feel the chemical fertilizer will now gradually be shifted. And also empower people because they gain politically and economically, and they begin to assert themselves within the political space. And that will solve the problem. So it's not only a green solution, but a political economic solution.
We are below sea level before, to quote the governor, His Excellency. Now we are now above sea level. We can now be proud. There's a sense of belonging. There's a sense of feeling that Jigawa is yours. We have high hopes, and we believe we can make it. 20 years, you come here, you will see wonders, inshallah.